Greetings and welcome to my channel. This is Sorcerer Tal. You can also find me on Facebook at the Sorcerers Guild or online at thesorcerersguild.com. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing what happened on May 5th. Now, those of you that have seen the video, you'll see that I went into a crossroads and did some working there, inviting my own higher self down into my body, which is the part of me that has been working from the astral plane, building a bridge down here, while we have been working on the material plane to create the anchor points so that that bridge can find purchase here on the material plane of this reality. Okay, so what happened? Well, as you are all by now aware, there was no flash bang moment where the veil came crashing down. Just as I did not promise that such a thing would happen, yeah? But I'm sure I wasn't the only one that was secretly hoping, yeah? I can't deny that I was, at least in the back of my mind, hoping for something more dramatic. That being said, I'm here. Yeah? Like I said, in these dreams, we were working on building that bridge down, and part of that was bringing our higher selves closer to our mundane or daily selves and facilitating that interaction. Now, I feel a very strong integration between those two aspects of myself, and I very much feel that I have come down that bridge and entered into myself, become a vessel to myself. I have a lot of information we're going to be discussing over the course of the summer, along with some other ideas that I have. But for the moment, other than, well, you've heard the voice that I make. I'm not able to make that on command very well. I'm not able to make that on command very easily at this time. The which is basically a Mongolian throat singing. I did pretty good there, by the way. It sounds to me like some kind of Mongolian throat singing, but I just started being able to do that just a few days before May 5th. So as far as material gain, that's what I got, is I can throat sing now. But I feel that there's going to be more to that. I can feel a very strong flow with that voice. And we'll see where that takes us. So I'm going to be working with that over the next year and the memories that go along with it. But, so, for now, what we really have is a lot of UPG, yeah? A lot of unverified personal gnosis. And I do feel that there is less of a gap, but that's going to be closing over time. The veil is not just going to fall overnight, yeah? And we don't want it to fall completely. We want to create a proper balance between the two. That is going to take time. If we did it all of a sudden, as much as I would like that, it would be probably rather cataclysmic to this reality anyways. So, it's going to take time. We need to integrate. Just like the part of me that has reached down into myself has to integrate into the whole of what I have here before I'm able to express what I am almost remembering, yeah, in the back of my mind. Now, we have some ways to test this. I have some of these ideas. We are going to test them and see if they work, and that will help us gauge how successful May 5th was. But I have a very material aspect to that, yeah? And this is going to be a little bit different series than the other series that we have discussed so far. Now, as I said, I actually reached out to my higher self, and in some ways, he is farther in time. Yeah? So I found this piece of 8-inch pipe. It's about, well, I haven't measured it. I'd say it's somewhere around 6 feet long. And I remembered what I made with it. So I'm going to be recreating that thing and see if it goes along with my memory. The thing that I created in this memory, the thing that I remember making, is a thing I wound up calling a water horse, which is essentially a floating, it's something to float on it in the water, just a little bit under the water. And I will describe that more as that series goes on, because we are going to get into building that. Any of you that have been on my Facebook long enough may remember when I was making boats and posting them on Facebook quite a while ago. Well, here's finally another one. We are going to make another boat called the Water Horse. Probably the SS Water Horse will be the name of it. But that's another video. I do have some other series we're going to be going over through the course of this year, now that the May 5th thing is out of the way. Not all of them related to the memories that have been brought on by that event. For example, we're going to be, the next video that I'm going to do, well, actually, the next video that I'll be doing in a series is another on orb and how to draw down the sun and actually cast fire with your orb. So we got a little bit of a type of fireball that we'll be discussing very soon. However, we have another event in this idea of bringing the material plane and the astral plane closer, and more importantly, getting back to the idea of creating our dream platforms and designing our afterlife. And that will be the next rendition in this sigil, because this is not where it ends. It's not going to end with our personal sigil here in this little shape. There is another sigil coming up. I will have that ready for us by Sunday, and I will be going live during the blood moon eclipse. And we will be discussing the new sigil and linking it all together back to our dream platforms and the creation of our own personal afterlives. Now, whatever version of the sigil you are using at this time, you should be able to access your dream platform and all the original S1 project goals through that sigil as well. Okay. So, put that back. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you once again for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take the opportunity to do so now. And also, go ahead and give us a like, yeah? We could use a few more of those. They do help us in the algorithms or whatever. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, I sound like the rest of them now. Anyways, bright blessings and an interesting fate. This has been Sorcerer Tal.